Hey guys, I have identified the most important mistake FC players make. They think learning expert mechanics such as player locks or skill move cancel should be their priority, but mostly they lack the understanding of the basics of attacking. In this video, I will show you the four crucial basic aspects you need to fully understand so that you will have the perfect fundamental attacking baseline before getting started with the advanced stuff. Like in every other thing, safety should always come first, while attacking it means having the purpose of protecting the ball first away from the opponent, so you won't lose it. If you control the ball carelessly or rush the passes forward, you will eventually lose it. So cover the ball into the safety before initiating a move by controlling it away from the opponent. You can simply do that by adjusting your touches on the ball. Look at the defender's movement and simply use a left analog stick dribbling to face away from them, especially when you're under the pressure. Turning your back against the opponent for a brief second will help you protect the ball. After playing a pass or every single touch while dribbling, try to analyze what the defender is covering. If there's one coming your way, safely dodging them will not only protect the ball, but also helps you deciding your next move. Let me show you an example. Getting the ball in front of the box, I look for a pass towards inside, but it's heavily crowded there, so I need to be cautious. I say look at the defender's behavior as the ball is traveling and see their movement towards the lower side, which is why I control the ball safely away from them by only using the left stick, which also opens up the next passing opportunity. After passing the ball, I need to decide which side is safe. Again, the selected defender just takes a step towards the upper left side, and the AI defender, who is covering my receiver, takes a step towards the right side, which makes the direction of the yellow arrow super safe, observing both defenders at the same time. After that, only intention is to pass ball towards the lower side. Once again, looking at the defender as C, he's moving towards upper side, which allows me to take the ball into the safety by going towards lower. And finally, I scored a goal using the safety concept. Coming back to the last example, the next important step after securing the ball is to identify the space you can explore. This action could be a pass to a teammate or dribbling towards the open space. Either one of them will allow you to advance to the next stage in your attack and get closer to the goal. Action number 1. Recognize what your potential targets are. Take a look at your teammates, analyze their movements, and see if they're being covered by a defender. You also need to apply the safety concept and see if a defender is coming your way. If that is the case, make sure to dodge it towards a direction change and turn yourself towards a target. Once you're about to receive the ball, repeat the same steps to find another teammate. And finally, when you have the ultimate opportunity, score the goal. Action number 2. Pay attention that if the defender is currently pressuring your dribbler. In many cases, the opponent prioritizes to cover the upcoming passing chances, and this will leave the dribbler wide open. When you see this happening, don't force a pass forward and make sure you dribble further into the opening to explore the free space. Now, this free space is not always available, because the opposition might block every single chance towards forward. If there is no opening, try to go for 1 or 2 side passes, which might open up new angles and give you the time to create new opportunities. So mostly observing both your own player's behavior and a defender's reactions will allow you to decide between going for a pass or dribbling. Let's combine everything and take a look at an example. Receiving the ball in the wing, I take a look at my chances. I see my wingers on the radar, but he's being covered by a defender close to him. Taking a look back at my dribbler, and the opposition was trying to catch him. I decide to dribble further because he's trying to catch me from the back and I have the free space ahead of me. Dribbling the ball a bit away from him and more towards the touchline will secure my player. That's your every single touch. I take a look at the opposition's actions. If he had switched to another defender and tried to pressure me from the frontal side, I would have changed my approach as well. But no, he is still trying to catch me from behind, and I just move forward doing the same deed. Because he's trying to catch me from the back and I have the free space ahead of me, dribbling the ball a bit away from him and more towards the touchline will secure my player. That's your every single touch. I take a look at the opposition's actions. If he had switched to another defender and tried to pressure me from the frontal side, I would have changed my approach as well. But no, he is still trying to catch me from behind, and I just move forward doing the same deed. Until his defensive structure collapsed, and I found an empty space to pass and score. But unfortunately, you can't expect all of your players to be at the right time, place at the right time, doing the right move automatically. If your players are too static in the build-up, this might create a problem for you because you can't find anywhere to pass to, and this is why you need to create moment with yourself towards create space. This can be done with several methods. The easiest way to create free space for your players is either to call them back towards your dribbler by tapping R1 RB button while pointing them out with the left analog stick, or send them forward using the left analog stick in the same way, but this time tapping the L1 pound P button. If you want to use your current player to start the run, you can also use the 1-2 pass by passing the ball while holding on the L1 LB button. Right after your player passes the ball, he sprints forward into the space. As I'm about to receive the ball, I realize the wing back comes moving forwards, so if I can create movement right there, I might have a chance to break the opponent on a counter, which is why I send a 1-2 pass towards my teammate. While holding the 1-pound button, I wait for him to complete his run as I'm dribbling the ball forward, then go for a through ball, which allows him to get the ball in behind the defensive line and to score a goal. Identifying your optimal needs in terms of movement and executing these cleanly will open up huge spaces for you, and the opposition defense will find it very hard to defend. Understanding and combining all these elements, we come to the last part, which is to outplay the opponent. This is where you need to think out of the box to surprise the opponent. I'm going to show you two very good methods. The first one is to understand the defending tendency of the opponent. For example, when you receive the ball in the wing, don't gamble for the first time and apply the safety concept for a brief second. By controlling the ball exactly away from the opponent, you will directly see his intention and here in that case covering the center as he's pressuring. The next time you are about to receive the ball, you can remember his tendency and directly control the ball towards the other side. This way you outplay and punish him directly just because you learn his pattern. But don't forget that the opponent can also adapt your attacking pattern and switch things up. So you need to be careful with this. The other way to outplay the opponent is to fake your intention. Force the opponent to cover a particular angle and then outmaneuver him by going the way and creating a whole different opportunity. Here, for example, I send the 1-2 pass with Sladen and make him run in behind the defensive line. If I just face his direction with the receiver, who needs to pass the ball to him, it will be very easy for the opponent to defend the chance. So what I do here is to turn towards the upper side, which will force the opponent to make a move towards there with his selected the defender. But following that action, a quick turn to term towards sliding direction opens a huge passing chance, which will end up with a well-deserved goal. The direction of your current player faces will mostly fake your opponent, and this will allow you to easily outplay them. As mentioned, mastering all these concepts is the next step you have to take to become better. How about we show you a champion who already mastered those steps and took it to a more advanced level? Now that you've mastered these 4 key aspects, it's your turn. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. This is FUD Inspector signing off. See you in the next one.